It's time to check Adam's voicemail.
Could I get left candidates for 2000? This man of many media, including TV's capture contractor, confesses when he talks about having to use a right-handed saw. James, bro. No. Alexander Pritish. He's a lefty, ironically, Adam Carolla.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
That may have been recorded off of someone's TV set. So I'm flattered that I was a Jeopardy question and then devastated that no one got me.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ryan. I hearken back to junior high when Esther Chilidenko, attractive girl in the 8th grade, said, "You know what, Adam? It was kind of between you and your friend Chris as to who I was going to go steady with, and I've chosen you. All my friends think I'm crazy, but I went with you." I went, did you really need to tack that on?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really, it's. I get what they're doing. They're saving themselves a little bit just in case they make the wrong decision, but still, nonetheless, knock it off.
I don't know. I think people just talk a little too much.
Too much?
I think women do. I can't tell you all the times where you're sort of hanging up the phone and then there's a bunch of extra talk. You know what I mean? And I just think people, it's like a thing where people go, we're going to the paint store and they go, I need a new, what do you have in Navajo white or Swiss coffee? And the guy goes, oh, let me check. And then they go, my mother-in-law's moving in with us and we have to repaint her room. And it's like, I'm just like, just get the fucking paint. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I just mean, there's nothing they can do with that. It's just more stuff. At some point, it's going to lead to, then they're going to go, yeah, my mother-in-law passed. It's been almost 1 year ago to the day, throat cancer. And then you go, oh, I'm so, and now we're off and running in some weird direction while I'm trying to load paint up.
The worst is when you have a job and you are in the public. Like, I always think about the bank teller who has to sit there and listen to the guy talk about stuff like that.
Well, how about the people that are in line behind that person?
That's what I'm saying, is they have to sit and listen to it and go, come on, man, we got stuff to do. Obviously, everyone's getting a little pissed off.
Yes. All right. So, I tell you, I was at the gas station is the arc of the gas station. I think you could measure the gas station and, well, first off, okay, a couple things. As the gas station goes, so does the community. You know, like it's almost like saying, well, you can't win a Super Bowl without a good defense or something like that. There's just certain things. When that gas station, like when I was a kid, the gas station had some red-haired guy named Murph who worked there. And if you needed air or your dipstick checked or, he'd come out. Okay, old gas station, old school, L.A. Pump your gas, give you blue chip trading stamps.
Guy named Fred. Yeah.
Murph.
Yeah, Murph, yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, it was a little bit. Union 76 had a whole campaign of Murph.
Yeah.
Murph was a red-haired Irish dude, and he'd come out and he'd be pumping the gas and giving you blue chip trading stamps and telling you your front right looked like it could use a couple of pounds, and then pulling out the hose and filling it up there.
Squeegee on the windshield.
Check the dipstick.
Yeah.
I just got a flat tire, and I was trying to fix it, and first things first, I pull into the gas station. I'm like, you got air? You got an air hose? And the guy just points like, it's over there. Then you got to go over there and run your credit card and pay for the air.
That's illegal. It's state law that any place that sells gas has to offer air and water for free at any time. Always go in and ask them to turn on the air. They're required by law.
Well, I don't know how this thing, we'll look it up because that's interesting. But this pump, it's basically like going inside and telling them to turn on the phone booth. Like it ain't turning on unless you put change in it. But you got to swipe the credit card, put the air in. The air didn't take. The car tire had a hole in it. I pulled it around to the guy, thick Russian accent. Ask him. can you change this tire? I mean, listen, everyone, I can do it and have done it a million times, but what the fuck? I'm at a gas station, a guy's standing there. So he goes, $25. And I'm like, yeah, okay, $25. By the way, the other thing at the gas station is everything that's in the gas station also comes with a warning of why you shouldn't be using it. So it's just a bunch of vape stuff about how vaping is deadly as you go in to get your vape, and then the pump is one big thing about cancer as you're standing there pumping.
Selling gummies and
everything in California is you're going to pump your own gas. No one else is going to pump your own gas. You're going to do it times a million a day, but we're going to put a long, lengthy sticker on it explaining this is going to kill you. And you can sell vape, but we need to put a big sticker on the place that sells vape explaining this is going to kill you as well. Which, by the way, this just in, California Assembly passes Act, blah, blah, blah. Oh, stop. Sure. Oh, the stop. I'm sorry. I thought this had to do with tire inflation. Yeah. All right. So I thought the Air Compressor Act was hot off the presses.
Well, was Nick Shirley trying to get air? I think the government stopped him.
All right. So California, so it passed the Stop Nick Shirley Act. Okay.
God.
That's
crazy.
just.
This is why we need a Republican governor.
We just do. Well, here's the thing.
That's one party rule.
Okay, are we done with gas stations? I got thoughts, but that's all right.
Hold on.
Nick.
Here's the law. Here's the law. As of January 1st, 2000, every service station in the state shall provide during operating hours and make available at no cost to customers who purchase motor vehicle fuel, water. So the law says
you got to fill
that
up.
They can deny you if you're not purchasing fuel. But how do they know? And it's a fight they'll never take. I've gone in to get air for my tires all the time. I just say, can you turn on the compressor, please? They say, absolutely.
So the coin op one in the back, they can turn it on from behind the register?
Behind the counter, yeah.
Really? Now, what if, all right, it says gas, oil. Does it say anything about pistachios?
No, it does not.
Because I bought pistachios, bro.
Here's how stupid
Hold
California
on, nothing about pistachios?
Nothing about pistachios.
Did you go
But
with
it does say if you buy compressed air, they're required to provide air.
Oh.
So that's really stupid. And if you buy a tire gauge, apparently, then they have to give it to you.
But still nothing.
But no
about
one is
pistachios.
ever going to fight you.
So zero pistachio talk is what you're saying.
So did you go name brand pistachio or did you go gas station brand pistachio? Because I think sometimes you got to buy the brand of the gas station that you were at.
This was Exxon. Made these pistachios.
No. See, I got strong gas station thoughts because I travel so much. There's two gas stations on the planet.
But let me just say this. Sorry. When I was a kid, Murph runs out, fills up your car, tells you have a nice day, puts air, tops it off, blah, 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 trading camp, stamps. That was 1970. Now it's bulletproof glass, foreigner yelling at you, a bunch of fucking stickers that say cancer's going to kill you, and you got to pay for air. So that's basically where Los Angeles has gone, that place. Now, what we would like is a version of the old gas station.
Yeah.
We would like that, but the Democrats won't do that. No. So they were going to keep going this direction.
You'll never find that here in California, but you know where you will find it, Ace? The great state of Wisconsin. Because I've never had more joy in my life than the time you and I stopped by a Quick Trip.
Yeah,
we were out at the racetrack. We stopped in.
Yep.
We got coffee. We got pistachios. We got free air that we didn't have to pay for and ask. It was already running.
That's right.
But you walk in. There's no bulletproof glass. It's friendly people. They always ask, "You got your Quick Trip card? Because you might be able to get this coffee for free." You won't, and they don't build inside of city limits because they don't want their brand to. Like you're talking about the In-N-Out burger, the only one that's ever closed ever. It was in San Jose.
Colorado. No, sorry, Oakland.
Oakland, yes. Oakland. And they, Quick Trip won't build inside of a city limit because they don't want their brand to get tarnished with that. They want a sort of neighborly community-style gas station.
And by the way, don't even get started with the bathroom, which you can't use here. So here, there's bottles of piss everywhere, meaning guys drank his Gatorade and then he filled it up and then threw it, because we have delivery drivers everywhere and no gas station will let them take a piss. So they just piss it up in the truck and then chuck it next to the curb next to my house. All right, let's do some news. It's driving me nuts.
In her new memoir, Fame Sick, Lena Dunham reflects on her hit show Girls and the complex relationship she had with co-star Adam Driver, both on and off set. Girls, which starred Dunham and Driver as her toxic on-again, off-again boyfriend, also named Adam, according to Dunham's new memoir, their real-life relationship was too different. Obviously, there's a lot to the story.
Was too different?
It says here, relationship wasn't... Oh, I'm sorry, wasn't too different. Yep, you are right. Thank you. Wasn't too different. But you have a lot of thoughts on Lena. So before I get any of the details about this...
Well, no, details. He threw a chair.
Threw a chair at her. So one of the things is, I remember doing a fight scene with Adam.
Hold on a second. Everybody understand. I think she said threw a chair toward her. That's...
Yes, the word
right,
was toward. In her general direction.
What is that? Does it say toward or at? Because if it says toward is nothing. You could be throwing toward Mecca, for all we fucking know, and offending Muslims. Like, toward is bullshit for threatened with a chair. Mm-hmm. If it says toward, I read it said toward.
If I fart toward you, you may not smell it.
I may.
Fart
I'm not sure. Dawson, I know you think you're onto something here, but I'd say if you fart toward me, I might. But I like where your head's at. I don't want to stifle you creatively. Throwing a chair toward someone means you threw a chair while that person was in the room.
Yes.
Throwing a chair at the person. Let me give you an example of throwing the chair at person. The chick who was just thrown off The Bachelor from Mormon Wives, that chick threw a chair at somebody.
Yes.
That was at somebody. That guy got a chair thrown at him. Throwing a chair toward somebody is what Bobby Knight made famous. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Dawson's fart analogy, too, is good, too. But I think those two specific ones.
Could you imagine if Bobby Knight farted toward you?
Oh, my God.
Wow.
That chair was chucked right at that dude, and Bobby Knight just threw the chair out into the court as a general whatever.
Yeah. So, it is nice when you see one go sliding across the...
Yes.
One of the things that she talks about here is they were doing a fight scene. They were running their lines in a trailer. She went to open her mouth and started stammering, and all he screamed was, fucking say something. That's when the chair came at the wall next to me. That's where I was looking for it, right there. At the wall next to me. Wake the fuck up. I'm sick of just watching you stare. Yeah, he's a great actor.
Well,
he's in the moment all the time.
Couple things. First things first. Thank God I'm not seeing Adam Driver in every fucking movie that's ever been made, because there was a 2.5 year span where he was just literally in every movie, and something happened 3 years ago and he's not in every movie now. So that's good right there. Chair dodged. So here's the thing about Lena Dunham, and I do this all the time. I just sort of predict who's got legs and who doesn't have legs comedically, and she was one of my very early, we're not going to be hearing from her again because she doesn't have the chops comedically for us to hear from her again. Now, Hollywood loves making somebody the toast of the town. And if it's a woman, it's better. And if she's a little unattractive, even better. So they love that. So she came out with a movie called Tiny Furniture in 2010. Tiny Furniture won the festival at South by Southwest. One of the categories, whatever. I watched the movie. The movie's not good, and it's not funny, and it's not smart, and it's not anything. It's just a story, and the story that the festivals like, because the assholes are all posers at all those festivals, is, and by the way, it's super easy to figure out. Critics, 79%, fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. People, 54%. So that's what it is. It's a fair to middling 54% movie that's not that funny. Okay, but gets into South by Southwest because we have a doughy female with a strong voice who's made this independently, and she wrote and directed and starred it, and they fucking love that shit. So they make a big deal out of it, and then Hollywood makes a big deal out of her, and then you get a fair to middling show that's not that funny called Girls, but she's the toast of the town and on the cover of everything. And I'm looking at this movie and I go, listen, making a movie By the way, I made a movie a year before this that did not get into South by Southwest, except for Rotten Tomatoes has it at 82 with the critics and 90 with the people, but not good enough for South by Southwest.
Yeah, where did ESPN rank Lena Dunham's Tiny Furniture on their best movies?
That's right. Yeah. Not even in the top 5.
No.
So, okay. So this is how the game is played. Now, here's the deal. Understand that writing, directing, and starring in a movie is the punt, pass, and kick competition of comedy. If you write, direct, and star in a movie and it's not that funny, then you're not that funny. And it's hard, but you're not that funny. So I watched it and I was like, well, she's not that funny. By the way, she doesn't do comedy anymore.
Sure.
That's how you know she's not that funny. She's in a mediocre sitcom that, of course, Time Magazine says 5 most powerful women in America. And they love it. They love all the bullshit rags. Love that shit. The ratings, Tim Allen's show gets 20 times the ratings of Lena Dunham's show, but everyone loves Lena Dunham because that's Hollywood, a bunch of progressive fucking dumb pricks. Their model is gone. She's gone like they're gone. She's writing her second memoir. She's 33 and a half. It's her second one.
Yeah.
Second one. By the way, not funny. And now has to bring up Adam Driver because she's got to move some units and no one gives a fuck about her anymore.
Pluto TV has thousands of free movies and TV shows.
We're coming at you with everything we got.
This is the mindset. Free. This is the mantra. Free. This is the mindset.
With movies like Pineapple Express, the entire Star Trek film franchise, and Gladiator, and TV shows like Survivor, SpongeBob SquarePants, The Fairly Odd Parents, and Ghosts, Pluto TV is always free. Huzzah! Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
One of the things she talks about in this article and in the book is about how there was times he was very caring and very loving. Like the last thing he ever said to her after filming Wrapped, he said, "I hope you know that I will always love you." And she had hoped that one day they could go on and be able to create more content. But apparently that was the last conversation they ever had.
Well, they can't because she can't create more content because you can only do the bullshit full every. See, listen. They anoint you, but they don't anoint you twice. After that, we need product. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like Seth MacFarlane keeps making product. She didn't have good product. She just got anointed. And so there's no round 2. So now you just sit somewhere in upstate New York and paint.
Yeah, it's funny when guys like Judd Apatow, who have the ability to put out great content, look at her and go, let's all hitch our wagons to this. Because she's terrible, but Judd, for some reason, he always sort of, hoists her flag up the pole.
What's he doing with her?
I mean, he's done stuff with her in the past. I think that's how Girls Got Made was because of Judd.
But those days are over.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying. So, all right. So she does not have comedic talent, and we pushed her up front and we anointed her and she wasn't up to it. And that's basically what it is. I don't say she's a bad person. And also I never criticize her looks because I don't know. People spend too much time on that. But also not looking good naked and getting naked is also why Hollywood loved her as well. Yeah. So she's in the memoir business now.
Yeah. Yeah. You know who does have the ability to pump out great content? Megyn Kelly. And she tore into Sydney Sweeney, blasting the actress over a provocative Euphoria teaser that she says has crossed a disturbing line. The conservative commentator reacted to a newly released preview of season 3 for HBO's hit drama. Apparently, Sydney Sweeney is dressed as a baby, sucking on a binky pacifier with her legs completely spread.
Yeah, I saw the picture. It's more the angle that's a little unnerving. You know what I mean? It's also, I get it, a little weird with all the pedophilia stuff that's going on out there. All right, we'll hear what she has to say.
Teased the 3rd season of Euphoria with a little video showing what's going to be happening with Sydney Sweeney's character, where I guess she's going to become a social media influencer. and she's going to be like an OnlyFans actress. And I'm sorry, forgive me, viewer warning. This
little
is her
heads up
spread
on
eagle.
that, Megyn.
Sorry.
Good God.
On a couch. It's definitely R-rated. Sorry.
Oh, and we're zooming
I'm
in.
sorry. Forgive me.
Holy cat. This is going to change the
shocking.
trajectory of my day, Megyn. You could have given us a heads up.
She's dressed as a baby. She's in a baby's outfit. She's sucking on a binky pacifier, and her legs are completely spread. And you can have a laugh, of course, because it's just, I shocked you. But the truth is, this is sexualizing infancy. That's what this is. And some of the write-ups about this are like, it's a pretty common kink.
What?
Getting turned on by a baby? Like what? What?
I've never heard. No.
Okay, so this is sick, and this guy is promoting this. I can't believe she agreed to this, frankly, and was in this. Like, we just took the screen grab from the trailer.
Right, we got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Megyn. It's
Yeah,
weird.
it's weird.
I mean, I'm not gonna govern anyone's artistic whatever. You can go do piss Christ if you want, but this is weird, and there is enough pedophilia going on out there where I'm like, I don't know if we need to chum the waters. Feel like there's a big enough problem already. So, like, my feeling would just be like, I wouldn't do it. I don't really care if someone does do it. There's bigger fish to fry, but this is Trump versus the Pope. I sort of understand both sides on this one.
Yeah, apparently there's been a few Euphoria actresses, including Sweeney herself, who have spoken out about feeling uncomfortable with the amount of nudity that is written into the show. I've never seen it.
No, I haven't seen it. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I don't know. There's like, here's the thing. Comedy is really hard to do. Just watch Tiny Furniture. And drama and everything's kind of hard. Weird, sort of gross shock stuff is pretty easy to do. You know what I mean? Like, you just do sort of stuff where people go like, oh my God, I can't believe they showed that, you know? And it's like anyone could fucking write that.
Yeah.
So it's a little lazy sometimes, but I'm going to watch this, see her naked.
Somebody pointed out anytime in a movie they use a cat or a dog and somebody murders that animal, it's always used, it's such an easy way to get people invested into the, former Los Angeles Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa said his fellow Democrats are responsible for the state's affordability crisis at a candidate forum on Wednesday. He went on to talk about how, yes, it was Trump who put us in some of this, but Democrats in California are mostly the problem. Let's fix what we broke.
All right.
So
this state's unaffordable. We have the highest gas prices in the United States of America. We have the highest utility costs in the continental United States and the highest home prices. It happened under our watch. I'm the only candidate willing to say that. This wasn't because of Donald Trump. This was because of policies that we created that have made it impossible for people to afford this state.
By the way, I thought it was Putin's price hikes. Remember those? Remember when Putin got in and made eggs more expensive and stuff? And gas and stuff when Putin did that. But don't worry, we're going to shut him down because we were going to go after the bank accounts of the oligarchs. Remember that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like that was that effective. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to take away their penthouses in Manhattan, and they're going to end the Ukrainian war the next day. Except for that was 3 years ago, and nothing ever happened. I don't know if there's anything that Biden ever said that happened or didn't happen.
Yeah.
So yes, it's of course it's all the Democrats' fault. They're in charge of the state. They fucked the fucking state up with horrible legislation. They just passed one 10 minutes ago, which is the whole Charlie, what's his name thing? Hebdo. No, what's his name?
Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
Yes.
Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, it's the same.
The whole Nick Shirley thing, that they can't stop themselves. Even in the middle of ruining their state, they continue to ruin it. Now, Villaraigosa is a dope and should not be in charge of anything. But the fact that we're even talking about him, he was the mayor for 8 years. All right, everyone, sit down real quick on Villaraigosa. Failed the bar 4 times, never passed, never took it again. Didn't pass it on the 5th. Failed 4 times, decided he was too dumb to pass the bar and finished the bar, never took the bar again. That guy was in charge of Los Angeles for 8 years. A guy who failed the fucking bar 4 times. Also, his name is Tony Villar. It's not Antonio Villaraigosa. His name is Antonio Villaraigosa because he changed it at 34. 34. He was Tony Villar his whole life. Why'd he change it to Villar? Because he wanted to sound more Mexican so he could get the dumb fucking Mexicans to vote for him so he could fuck up their fucking city that they're not supposed to be in. That's kind of. So what do you think's going on with all the politics? You got the Somalis, we got the Mexicans. Why is he named? Who changes your name into their 30s?
Yeah.
To Antonio Villaraigosa to fool dumb Mexicans into, and by the way, sorry, dumb Mexicans and my mom and her friends into voting for you because we like the optics. We like the We had 8 years of a fucking retard running Los Angeles, but we like the optics. Now we're going on 4 years of a black female running Los Angeles into the fucking ground, but we like the optics of it. My mom would say, this feels good there. She likes retarded people from different nations to come in and fuck the city up that she lives in. Yeah. Because she likes the optics of it, and you're from Minneapolis. Yeah. You understand how that works. You elect retarded Somalis to come in and fuck up your cities. I don't know when we're going to course correct. Villaraigosa's name is Tony Villar. Failed the bar 4 times. Took his wife's last name. It's Tony and Villar. You know, they combined them, made a hyphenate. So he's a fucking pussy. Takes his old lady's name, tacks it onto his name, then has an affair with like a Telemundo reporter after that. So I don't know if he was really in love with his wife, but he ends up having an affair, and then they get divorced, and now he'd like to run the state. That's who that guy is.
Yeah.
By the way, like when I was telling you Biden was a sociopath the other day, this guy changed his name in his 30s. He's broken. There's something wrong with him. He's a pandering fucking pussy. He's a pandering sociopath. He wants people to think he's more Mexican. I remember a day when people tried to be less Mexican. That's when Murph would come out and fill up those tires. All right. Me, tomorrow night, Phoenix, Desert Ridge with Rudy there. Now, I hope you're strapped in, Rudy. Early show Friday sold out.
Okay.
But early show Saturday sold out, too. Somebody's got to check the website. I might have to talk to Nick about checking that website.
Wait, have you had this conversation with him before?
I don't recall.
Okay.
I don't
yeah,
recall.
Probably not.
I don't recall having this conversation.
Nick's a good dude.
Right, but I may have to have that discussion with him for the dates.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So the early shows are sold out, but there's still some for the late and the Sunday show. And Rudy's going to be there. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Rudy, where do we go to find...
I'll be at, go to rudypovichcomedy.com. I'm with you this weekend, Chicago and Arlington, Texas next week.
All right. You go to adamcarolla.com, be in Vegas and throughout. Also, Covina. Go to adamcarolla.com for all that. Until next time, it's Adam Carolla. For Fitz Dog and Rudy Povich saying, mahalo.